Combination. Okay, so for this second session, let's resize this image 192 by 192. Okay. Okay, so then we paste the image, rather, we paste the picture. Okay, this is very small. Let's paste it. You just have to make sure it fits into that sizing. Though the image is blurred, but you get the concept. Yeah. So let's call this icon.
You just have to meet the requirement now for the picture.
Exactly, yes. So because if you miss the requirement, it might not agree to upload here. So let's click on upload.
Yeah.
So right here we icon. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, I'm with you.
I'm back. Sorry, I'm back.
All right, no problem. So right here we select this. So let's see. Okay, so it has come up. You can see where the logo fits. Then for the bigger image that should be part of this, you can just follow the same process and resize it to that.
I understand.
So I think I have the size already here. So you go ahead to check if it suits what you want to do. Then if it does, you leave it at that. Then if you target URL is maybe if you have the image saved maybe somewhere else, you can just copy the URL. Yeah, but I don't usually use this. I just upload everything direct here. Then countries, you can target a whole continent. You know, Europe, Africa. I've talked about Asia. Ignore anything concerning
Asia.
Yes. So you can even come and type United States, like you can target specific countries. United States, United Kingdom, you know, Canada and all that. So as you are typing them, you see they're coming up in the options menu, you know. So Australia, you know. Or if you don't want to type them, you just go ahead to, once you click on select, it will pull up all the countries within that sphere.
Wow.
Yeah, if you click on Europe, it will, you know, add
only Europe.
Yes, countries in Europe.
So which one is best? Just the tier 1 now?
Yes. Yeah, no, I clicked Europe now. That's why the list is bigger. Let me remove this. Let me remove all of them. Let me start afresh. See, tier 1. Because I see I do tier 1. You see, these are countries within that region. Yeah, then if we pick Europe, it then means we want to target both tier 1 and Europe at the same time for this one campaign.
No, that's what I'm asking. Which one do you use Gong that is working?
Yeah, I use tier 1, I use Europe, I equally target. In fact, I target every region here except Asia. That's why I mentioned it first.
Okay. What is the CIS? What is it? This CIS.
Okay, the CIS region. Those regions are this Turkmenistan, Ukraine, Kazakhstan.
Okay.
So I ignore them mostly, even because this Asia and CIS are almost on. In fact, they're on the same pedestal. The reason is that Google has, since the Russian war was banned from Russia, like Google is not displaying ads for sites for people in Russia to see. Do you understand? Like Russia, Ukraine, Google is not displaying ads for them, even if they are browsing. Yeah, so it's part of, should I say, punishment the international community meted out to Russia.
Yeah, that time.
Yeah, so let's go with tier 1 for now. Tier 1 and Europe. So we are leaving out only Asia and CIS.
CIS, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so now device. The next thing is here, before device. If we want more to select some cities, like, you know, within those countries, we can do that from here now. Yeah.
Okay, cities, like London.
Cities, yes, London. You see, you know, that's if we have some cities in mind to.
But you don't use them. Do you use them?
Not always. Sometimes I target cities. Sometimes once I've selected the country distribution, it's like I'm targeting everything, every city within that location or that tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, device. When it comes to device, I always target all, whether desktop or mobile.
Okay.
Yeah, so I leave it then OS, whether you are running on any of these operating systems, Kaios, iOS, Android, Chrome, Linux, Mac, I
So
leave it.
everything all that.
Yes, everything is all here. Then browser type, irrespective of your browser, is still all for me. So I prefer the visit from any browser they are using. Then language, whichever language you are in, like depending on the language of the country or even the language of your device. I don't bother about that. Then connection type, this is very important. Some countries have stable Wi-Fi, and fiber optic cable internet connectivity. Then some do have mobile. So I don't like discriminating between these two. I leave it at all too. Because if you select only one mobile, it means that it's only those that are using mobile networks, depending on their country and location, that will be able to engage with your ads. Then with the right here, since you have selected all here, you don't need to select the ISP, Internet Service Provider. Then blacklist.
So the connection type is all,
Yeah, all. Connection type is all. So no need of, as I say, no need of selecting maybe only Wi-Fi.
Any of them.
Yeah, then they franchise these people automatically, which is not what we want. Yeah, so now the next thing is type blacklist. Like, are there some audiences we want to blacklist that we don't want to be part of our campaign? If there is none, we ignore it and move on to the next phase. Yeah, then the total budget we will want for this campaign can be anything. So if we want, let's say, let's say $30 budget, then daily should spend, let's say, $5 or 10, depending. With time you can start scaling it. Then total click limits. Once you come to this and click on any of these, you see. So you see, first of all, you specify, okay, what's the possible total click limit you're estimating for this campaign? For example, after going through the traffic volumes and seeing the minimum bidding price for each country, and maybe you are targeting tier one, we can say, okay, since we are targeting tier one countries and we are going for maybe native ads, for example. Now in tier one, we have US. Now this is the minimum 0.001. Let's say we are bidding with 0.005, which is higher than this. And it's still within the range of this now. So we now ask ourselves, okay, if we are to get, let's say, 100 or 1,000 people on the average, we should be budgeting around $5, right?
Less than that.
Yes. So now that we are budgeting it, what should be our possible CTR? Like, okay, let's say we are working with, if you are working with 10%, 10% of 1,000 is around 100. If you are working with 1%, 1% of 1,000 is 10.
Yeah.
So you must calculate these things within yourself and say, okay, maybe if we want, let's say, since we're having $10 daily budget, then that means we can say, okay, let our total click limit be something like, since we're having 30 total and 10 for a day, $10 budget. So let our total click limit be, let's say, 20.
Okay.
Are you getting me? For a start, or 30, depends. As I say, it depends on the country you selected or the regions you selected up here.
Okay.
Yes. So you must first of all check those countries out with their traffic volume and go with the average. Then, when you have selected the number of clicks, it then means you have to use it to monitoring what you are seeing in your AdSense dashboard at CTR. So if total, out of this 30 total clicks, if you want to be seeing, let's say, 15 or let's say 12 a day.
Okay.
So do you see the calculation is if you are seeing 12 clicks a day and we have this budget of $10 a day, let's do the math.
Okay.
Let's say that we have 10 divided by 0.005. 2,000. So we're expecting average of 2,000 on the average anyway. Do you understand what I mean? Like, let's say our total daily budget is $10. Let's say it costs us 0.005 to get one person, for example.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means it's 2,000 people that is visiting.
Yes, that we are estimating that should, that we should spend money for this $10.
Okay.
So now we now ask ourselves. Yes. So we now ask ourselves, okay, since we're expecting 2,000 people, if we get 12 clicks, rather total clicks will be 30 clicks. Remember, 12 daily.
Okay.
And this is,
yeah.
So it should run for like 3 days, right? Because 10 times 3 should give us this 30.
30, yeah.
Yeah, so we now say, okay. It then means that our CTR should be around, clicks over page views. That should be 12 over, let's say we need 12 over 2,000. This is our estimate. Let's see what it will give us.
Yeah.
0.006 times 100. AdSense, Google checks CTR by multiplying whatever you get with 100.
Okay.
So our CTR should be something around this, which is good.
Okay.
You see the peculiarities. You must calculate these things to know what you are paying for. Like whether you have to say, okay, even instead of 12, you may say, okay, you want just 10 clicks. Do you know what it means to get 10 clicks from tier 1 a day? Once you get it consistently, your CPC will jump up.
Exactly.
There's no way your CPC will not jump up. By then, you can then scale and start doubling up on profit and revenue. So that is it. So as I said, depending on what is your budget. If your budget here is, let's say, $50 total for this campaign, and you want to spend $10, that means you are estimating 5 days a campaign. Because 10 times 5
is 50. Yeah.
You now check average cost for delivering for that particular location you selected. So now that should help you in determining your city. Remember, these are estimates anyway. Because those 2,000 people estimated earlier, not all of them may stay that thing I mentioned, that is the average pace session.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them may just come and go. Some maybe it may not be that, it may be that maybe your own site's loading speed is slow. Like maybe your bandwidth or your hosting is not too good, for example.
Fast.
So yes, fast. Thank you, my brother. So it might derail them, and people are impatient. So they might just come and
back. But using a Cloudflare DNS.
Yeah, you can use Cloudflare. Cloudflare is good. It blocks even bot traffic, and it tells for security and optimization for cyber attacks.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good you integrate with Cloudflare. Then you don't use to you now have to go to your Cloudflare DNS session, copy the code there, and use it to replace your name server on your hosting.
I know, I've done that one.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So that's how you go about it. So once you do this, you tick this box, launch an advertising campaign immediately after moderation. So once you tick this, you click here. They are going to review your submission and approve it. So like I said,
so
yes, go ahead, ask your question.
So what do you advise on a daily budget for this one, or for if you want to advise somebody starting?
You can start on a daily budget like $10. Like as you are starting now, you can start with 10 and see, or 15 or 20. Yes, it's not bad starting with even 30, 15. It's not bad. But you can start with 10, 15, 20 and see, and be monitoring it for the first day and see how it is going. Like I said, there are peculiarities. If your site loading speed is slow, it might be deterring users. If it is fast, it might be making you to having more engagement. Yes, and if your contents are properly formatted too, so that the ads are not clustered, because if the ads are clustered, Google might frown at it. You will make sure you label your ads.
Labeling of ads. What do you mean by labeling of ads?
Like for example, if you are to add an ad code to a sidebar under widgets, you have to add name like advert1, for example, on top. You understand? Yes, before putting the code or that place or wherever you want to. Or you just use an inserter plugin and do that. So, so now once you create campaign, after signing up, like I say, you have an ad manager that will be assigned to you. So now, another thing that's very important is campaign schedule. Campaign schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very important. Now look at how it works. You can schedule your ads. For example, if you want it to start at a particular date, you see different, like this is Monday, Tuesday, different days. So you can just select the days you want it to start running. So like all the things you are selecting are like, what this mean, for example, it means on Monday at so time.
Start this time.
Yes. On so day, maybe Thursday, this time. This 24-hour clock anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it means. So now it's good you leave it at any interval. For example, here now, you have set delay period. Just like delay, after some time, it should wait before it starts up. So you can clear every selection and then start again. Selecting the days you want to run. Because you can try to run today and not run tomorrow, depending on you. Yes. So now the other part is the bid part, which is, for example, now if we are to bid for CPC, that is so that they should charge us only when there is a click on the ad. We can just type that 0.005 we are estimating before here. Getting me as our average bid. Yeah. So that is how it is. So if we are bidding higher, fine. We'll see still whatever it is we are bidding with. Yeah. We see the option to add it here. Or we can even go with their own recommended bid. So if you look here, all those countries we added, they have recommended
their own bid.
Yes, their own recommended bid. So just fill it here. Yeah. So you can delete anyone. Sure, you don't need it. Delete it from here. Any country, you delete it. Yeah. Yeah. So, but before you finally create an ad, you just chat they communicate on Skype. As I chat with them on Skype. So you always have your account manager. Yes. You communicate with him, then him or her anyway, depending on the person that's assigned to you. Then they will complete the configuration from their end because they have AdSense specialists. Yes, that will help you to finalize everything from their own back end before your campaign starts running. Then at all times, make sure your CPC is at least below $4 to $5% rather. Your CTR rather. Your paid CTR should not be more than at least 4 to 5%. Yeah, so if your CTR is high, it's not good. That means you need to generate more page views so that you can bring it down. Since we say that clicks over page views is CTR, which is whatever you want to get multiplied by 100. That's why it's in percentage.
Please, can you explain that your CTR must not be more than 4% or 5%, please? I don't know if you can. I'm thinking back. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Let me explain. For example, if your clicks is, let's say, 12 clicks now, and you have 2,000 page views, for example. Now, 12 over 2,000 is 0.006. Now, how Google calculates their own CTR is, they'll multiply this thing we did now, clicks over page views, they'll multiply it by 100. So whatever we get here, Google will now display for you 0.6% CTR. Which is good. It's still within the range we are talking about as a safe zone. So, but if maybe let's say that your clicks is, let's say, 120 and your page view is 2,000, can you see? 6% CTR.
Which is high now.
Yes, which is high. So if we want to bring this guy down, that means you have to maybe create another campaign that will increase your page view so that, let's make this 3,000 now. Can you see it has come down? Remember, we maintain the same click. Let's say the same 120 number of persons click at a higher page views. You now see that CTR is coming down. If more persons, if more page views are generated, that same number of clicks, you see, because it's still coming down. So if
the CPC is high, you have to now create another campaign to increase the page views.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, to bring it down.
Yes, to bring it down, to bring your CTR down.
Okay.
Yes, so it's very important, very, very important, because Google looks at, alongside with other metrics, it evaluates that. So this is one platform that I use that's very good. Then the other platform